Welcome back everybody to Soulstice Revival's YouTube channel. If you have not already done so, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Perhaps click the bell so you can receive notifications when I upload new content. Look for some mental health tips coming your way as well. As you know, I am a therapist turned coach, so I offer psychoeducation as well as holistic ways to improve your mental health and your wellness. I also am intuitive, so sometimes I'm going to pull out cards to help bring in messages. All right, before we get started on today's reading, let's close our eyes, everybody. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, feel free to look down at the 45-degree angle. And just take 3 deep breaths here. Try to center yourself. Very good, and continue that. And when you're ready, open your eyes and let's get started. So today we are going to do a full moon reading. I will just pull 1 card for every sign. What I will do is shuffle the cards, and then whatever's on top, I'm going to just pull with each sign that I have written down here, okay? This is the particular deck that I use during my full moon rituals, so I thought I would share it with you guys as well. And if you like it, let me know in the comments, and I will do this every month. All right. Let's start with Leo. All right. 30. The perfection of your life. I love this card. As you will see, I will post a video later with some other information and useful healing messages for you. But perfection was the card that I had pulled. So, Leo, how are you creating the life that you want? This card, when I see this card, is, I believe some of you are focused on what's not going right in your life, and focusing on the negative, perhaps telling and communicating to people, you know, what you believe the truth is, and sometimes that can hurt others. So we have to be mindful in how we speak and how we communicate. And we also need to understand the meaning behind different words that we use. So before you jump on somebody, perhaps take a step back, observe the situation as if you were a bird. You notice the trees in here, you're seeing the forest, not just a tree. So again, look in your life. Now I got off track with what I was saying originally, but I guess you needed to really hear about the forest. Observing, that's right, in your communication with others. Observing the situation from above allows you to see both parties involved or both situations that are being affected and find some sort of compassion to eventually come together and have a civilized conversation. Some of you also are perfectionists. This is the time, this is your season, Leo, to expand, and we have a full moon, so this is all about expansion, celebration, celebrating the small steps that we have taken to get where we are, because we recognize that those small steps are just equally important for your goals, that is. So make sure you are taking action. Continue to take action. What's one action step you can take today to fulfill your ultimate goals? But be careful not to overthink. Sometimes we can get behind in what we want to accomplish because we're too busy perfecting it. So let go of the outcome and just put it out there. If you're starting a business, start small. Just start going live once a week if it intimidates you. There's small steps you can do every day, Leo. You're powerful. Have a wonderful season. Alrighty. Next we have Virgo. And your card is Legacy of Light, number 7. 7's my favorite. My favorite number. Alright. As you can see, this card is about ancestry, generational patterns that are passed down. this is the mantra I like to use. It ends with me. No matter what your parents used to do in response to certain situations, no matter what their parents used to do, no matter how their parents used to parent, and so on and so forth. It's up to you to make the changes necessary. And that includes with generational trauma. And that trickles into our lives in every aspect. How we do anything, we do everything. So really take a look at what's showing up for you in this full moon that needs to be released so that you can empower yourself to have the life that you want, so that you can thrive. Take a look at it. It's nothing to be afraid of. As you see, the stars up here kind of to me are about connection with spirit, connection with the universe, the overall big picture. And so don't looking at the past as a negative thing. Look at it as learning more so that you are more conscious of areas you need to change, and therefore being compassionate towards yourself becomes easier for you to be compassionate towards others, and letting go of judgments and accepting people for where they are, just following your work. Don't be concerned with other people and how they choose to run their life. Yeah. I think that's all I'm going to have for you guys. Don't overthink. Some of you, there's inner child conflicts that are a result of generational trauma. So if you experience any, abuse from somebody in your life, especially your immediate family, a parent, there might still be some inner work for you to do. And that can apply in many different areas. So if you are struggling, or you identify with having abuse or neglect, or not having a parent present in your life, these impact us. They impact our self-esteem, our worthiness, in ways we don't even recognize until someone helps shed light to those shadow areas. So if you do identify with this, please comment below in the section so I can help you more directly. And there's always a way you can book a meeting or a session with me as well. Okay, next we have Scorpio. I should be marking these off in case I accidentally skip somebody. Okay, Scorpio's card. Oh, I love this one. This is beautiful. 28, collaborative dreaming. Okay, when I see the collaborative dreaming card, I automatically know this is about connecting with other people, your tribe, if you will, whatever you want to call it, whatever is comfortable for you. Sometimes we can't do it alone. I couldn't, we can. That can apply if you're struggling with depression, seek out a counselor. If you have these creative ideas, business ideas, community ideas, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to lean on support, people that you can trust. If you're worried about someone stealing your idea, reach out to a different city so that you're connecting with people that aren't as much of a competition, if that is the concern. But don't forget also that when we fear sharing, that's a feeling of scarcity. And if we want to have the life that we want, we have to do away with that old mindset. There's plenty enough for everybody for things to go around. There's plenty of abundance for everybody. There's plenty of opportunities for everybody. It does not matter. Now, some might experience more obstacles, but it doesn't mean it's not possible. And I am definitely here to help you guys in that process. But for your card, this means to me, there's either people coming into your life, perhaps they say something to you and it reignites an idea you have, or you just said the same thing in your head. Those people are put in your life for a reason, so pay attention. Others, there's people around you right now willing to help you the minute you ask for it. Ask for what you want, be okay with what you get, and understand that if you don't get a yes in the first when you first ask for help, it could come later. And sometimes we just have to work harder at things and not give up. So good luck. From experience, doing workshops all of the time for myself and leading it by myself, it's totally different when you co-facilitate something. So don't be afraid of that. It's actually a relief, because unlike in high school or middle school when you had to do group projects and people didn't put in the work, if you find somebody on the same wavelength, the same value system, You guys can connect and be a powerhouse. So you guys, Scorpio, have a wonderful month. Enjoy your full moon. Next we have Sagittarius. Ooh, inspiration, number 3. That is a angel number. Also connected to mind, body, spirit, the Holy Spirit if you are religious. Oh, I love this card. It's yellow too, so this is solar plexus energy. Kind of reminds me of a full moon too. Sagittarius, now is not the time to stay silent. Now is not the time to remain inactive and in the rest mode. This is the time to take action. Some of you are not confident in yourself. You're afraid. Take a look at these shadows during this full moon so that you can open yourself to every possibility that you could ever imagine. There's bees on here, so it's community. If you are interested in community change, feel free. I will add the link in this video so that you can join the conversation and find out more about it. Anyways, bees are very much about community, so it's leaning on other people. How does a leader act? If you want to be a leader, you don't have to be in a position of power to be a leader. Set an example. Don't speak. Don't speak. If there's change you want, show the change. Actions speak louder than words. Sometimes we forget that, everything going on. And you see, her whole hair is made up of nature and flowers. Oh, I think I have some of those flowers in my bouquet. I do. I like to research the different flowers, but being out in nature, some of you will allow yourselves to open your creative outlets. Creative ideas come more naturally when we're out in nature, when we're spending time relaxing. But again, with the solar plexus energy coming through here too, it's taking action towards those dreams. Grounding yourself back into the present moment if you're overwhelmed with everything that you have to do. Forgetting that there's just one action step you can take today. So for this full moon, Sagittarius, let's take a look at how you can build on your own ideas by asking for help, supporting others as well. Community is about everybody being involved, everybody helping each other. That's how we create community unity. Some of you are seeking answers for that, so don't be afraid to look in nature for the signs for you to take steps forward. Okay, Sag? So there you go. Next, we're going to do Capricorn. Capricorn, your card. 27, receiving. Give me 1 second so I can see it. Oh, look behind her is a full moon. So you guys, this is a wonderful full moon for you, in particular for you to receive what it is you want. I don't know if everybody knows as a Capricorn what they want or what they deserve. So if in particular you aren't where you want to be, you're not happy in a relationship, you're not happy at your job, allow the full moon in your ceremony, if you do one, in a journal exercise, if that's your style. Allow yourself to ask, what do I truly want? What does my heart want? If money wasn't an issue, what would I want? How would I want my day to look? Who would I be spending my time with? What is it about those people that I enjoy that I want to be around it more? Because you might not really have that available to you right now. And also, make sure you're setting boundaries, because you can't receive what it is you want if you're not intentionally making choices that are in your best interest. Forget about what other people want and allow yourself to receive what it is you are worthy of. Because if we stay connected to certain people and their energy, if they're not in the same place as us, we will keep ourselves back. And sometimes by closing a door, you're actually receiving what it is you do want. All right, Capricorn, those are your messages. Let's go to Aquarius now. Ooh, 41, bring it into form. This is kind of like Sagittarius's to me too. You guys have a lot of ideas out there. There's projects that you have not followed through on, applications you have not applied for, opportunities you haven't explored. because of your own doing. You had these ideas, you've culminated these ideas, you've already thought enough about them. Trust your inner compass and go for it. Aquarius, I see bees in this one too. And somebody else had bees too. A couple, I think. Anyway, by the way, check out your sun, your moon, and your rising if you want, since these are short. Bring it into form. Bees are community. Bees are having support from other people. Don't forget that. You can lean on others to help you get where you are. Just align yourself with the right people. Also, if you have this business venture, or I don't know, the point is there's also this foot down below, which to me says there are other people who have done what it is you want to do, or they've done something similar and that has been successful. So pull from that and the process they have used in order for you to create the dream that you have, the goal that you have. You don't have to apply everything, but you can take what works and what has proven to be effective and apply it in your life. So some of you needed to hear that as well. If you're into sacred geometry, check that out too, because I see some of that in this card. All right, Aquarius, go for it. Everything in and around you is supporting you through this process. Let go of the outcome. Spend this full moon putting in small tasks, let's say in your journal, that you can do to achieve your ultimate goal for this coming moon cycle. Okay? You know, from now until the next full moon. Okay? Now we have Pisces. Your card is 22. She feels, she knows. 22. Look that number up. Look at peacock as well, right? She's got a peacock in here. Yep. And you might also look at the definition or the spiritual meaning behind the colors of the peacock as well to further your understanding of why you received this card. She feels, she knows. Especially with everything going on right now, I think a lot of us disconnect with our intuition, and so we only see one side of things, or we are attached because we haven't ourselves worked through some generational issue or problem. Like the black sheep in the family of like a dysfunctional family. The black sheep might look like the one. Why do they call it black sheep anyway? I'd be curious to know where that is from. Correct me if it's wrong, or history, you know, it's just phrases that I've learned. Anyway, the outcast in the family, they tend to see everything as it really is, and they step back and they just observe. They're like the wallflower. While everything, every chaos, every chaotic situation is around them, they just observe it. Who am I doing? We're in Pisces, of course. You're already more intuitive. So don't be afraid to take action on whatever intuitions come up for you. And we can feel these intuitions throughout our body. The more you connect and do meditation, whatever meditation is for you, that could be painting, sitting in silent, breathing, whatever works for you. There is no right or wrong. There just is. And sometimes that changes for each person. But listen to it. Don't let people sway you, because you know. Sometimes we don't see. We don't need the facts in order to know, because we know. But if you have lost touch with your intuition, this is a sign for you to connect back with it. If it's going out in nature, whatever you need to do to reconnect to it, because some of you are living by other standards, not your own. Okay, Pisces, that is yours. Aries. 6, shock of the new. Ooh, we got some creatives out here. Some people are making music. Some people are listening to music. Some people are creating gardens outside. They're feeling very calm. They're very connected to Mother Earth. Sunflowers. Sunflowers. Look that up, the spiritual meaning. And some of you are spiritual healers, or you're healers in some way, whether you're a teacher, whether you are in customer service. We all are healers in our own way. How is it for you? Shock of the new. And some of you are stepping into new opportunities, new careers, new people, new relationships. Oh my God. Yeah. I feel like a lot of you are feeling more a part of too. If you don't have that connection, reach out and create the space. That's what it wants you to do, is find people to support you. Sometimes you got to let go of the old to welcome in the new. And here's why I think that, because right down here, there we go. I'm really drawn to this throat chakra. And when I see that, that means stepping in your truth, honoring your own needs, expressing your needs in a respectful way, and more aligning yourself with what it is that you want to do. And I feel like if you listen, if you connect to music and there's a song that pops on and it reminds you of something, or you were just thinking of the song, see that as a support or an affirmation to whatever is going on in your life, whatever changes you're trying to make. But this might shake some of you. Whatever is ending, don't be afraid, because there's a lot of beauty and it's helping you get through and teaching you skills that are going to take you to the next level. Trust that. Don't be afraid of the new. Life, death, rebirth, the seasons, they teach us, even the moon phases, it teaches us that everything has beginnings and endings, brightness, darkness. Don't be afraid of it, all right? You guys have a wonderful day, Aries. Happy full moon. Next we have Taurus, right? Yeah, Taurus. 20, softly, softly, the tender touch. A lot of you, this full moon might be affecting you more. I'm still learning more about the astrology aspects of it, but I know there's a lot going on. There's resources that I've looked at. So the energy right now, there's some releasing that's going to happen. There is some emotions that are going to come up for us, whether it's in a relationship, an argument, a boss-employee dynamic. Don't be afraid to feel your feelings. When you release, you birth new. And didn't I just talk about the phases? I think that was with the last person. Oh, Aries, they had something about that too. So when we release through looking at our own patterns, our own destructive behavior, as well as others, and we feel it and deal with it, it allows us to give light to what could be. And you see the lotus flower up there? I love the lotus flower. So every day they close around dusk, and then they reopen around dawn. And that's really symbolic of, taking in the light, taking in these great experiences, and then nourishing those shadows. Nourishing the shadows with the light that you accumulated through the day. Again, reaffirming that aspect of duality that we are all working through, shedding this idea that it has to be black or white, that we're a failure or we're a success and there's no in between. We have to be able to live into the gray area, because that's where acceptance and judgment free begins. That's towards yourself and that's towards others. Okay, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. So don't be afraid to look at your part in situations or in conflicts. It's nothing to be afraid of, because we all are evolving every day. What I believed 10 years ago isn't necessarily what I believe now. Even in my work as a therapist, my ideals, my beliefs have shifted from different positions that I have held in the field. All right. That is the message for you, Taurus. And next we're going to Gemini. Oh my God. So 35, conscious connections, another one that I love. The orange in this represents the sacral chakra to me. So this is dealing with some of you, self-worth, if you are experiencing low confidence and it's keeping you from achieving, your career goals or your financial goals, perhaps reaching out to somebody that can help you handle those emotions or release and work through whatever is keeping you blocked from realizing your full potential. Collaborative dreaming. Oh, and there's green, so that's heart chakra. Sometimes in order for us to work with others, we have to open ourselves up with a loving heart. That's the only way true change can come, right? If we look at our own judgments too, we're able to have compassion towards others. Look up the koi fish, because there is a koi fish here. And the other thing, I don't know if I told you, 35, that's the card number. But conscious connections. Oh my God. Here we go. Okay, let me put this down. Gemini. You've got to make conscious connections. You have to make choices consciously to align yourself with people at your level or people at a level you want to get to. If I stay over here, just like birds of a feather flock together, with these people, and they're not productive, they're not, chasing what it is you want, but there's people over here, at some point I'm going to have to say, well, I need to be over there, even if it means I have to be humble, because then I'm going to get closer to what I want. Then I'm going to put myself around that confidence that I want. There's nothing wrong in saying I don't know. And we get caught up in that, our worthiness. Remember I talked about the sacral chakra and self-worth. Our worthiness can be impacted by the people we hang out with. If our parents don't support us going to school, maybe it's because they didn't go to school. Or we look at school being stupid because that's what our parents always believed because they never graduated. So don't let other people's views and beliefs impact you. We have the power to change that. We have choices. That includes choosing to do nothing. The Gemini, don't be afraid to release people in your life and set boundaries, stricter boundaries for yourself, not be so kind, so that you can be around the people that make you actually feel worth something, that make you feel good about yourself and where you're headed. Okay. Also, when you have ideas, business ideas and projects, this message has been coming up a lot. So don't be afraid to reach out and ask others for help in that. And working as a team is sometimes easier. Just make sure that the people you align yourself with have the same values and the same goals and the same intentions. You can't ask somebody who isn't willing to do the work, okay? We are not in middle school or high school. I know I said that to somebody else. When we are in group projects, oftentimes somebody ends up doing most of the work. That was school. The teachers assign that. In this life, in your life now, you have the choice to change. Okay? Thank you, Gemini. Now we are on to Cancer. 10, releasing allegiances. Literally have been speaking about this a lot. Oh, wow. And this is B. Oh my God, there's bees in everyone. There's a lot of community messages going on here in this full moon reading. We are really taking a look at and reflecting at where we are in our life and who needs to go. We don't have time for that. We are headed towards a higher consciousness as a world. But the change starts with me. It ends with me and it starts with me. It ends with me, meaning any generational patterns that we use. Perhaps your mom stayed with an abusive father for longer than you would have liked and didn't protect you. And then you notice that same pattern coming into your life today. This ends with me. You end the generational trauma there. So Cancer, that doesn't mean that's what happened to you, but you end it there. Whatever other patterns that are still, trickling from the past, take a look at them now. Who are you afraid to say no to? Just because they're family doesn't mean you have to be obligated to help them out. Doesn't mean you are obligated to babysit when you do it every week. You are obligated to do you. First and foremost, you come first. If you aren't good, how are you going to help others? So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, even if it means people walk away, because you're going to align yourself with the people meant to be there, the people that stay. And I know it's hard when it comes to family or close relationships, friendships that you've had for a long time. That grieving process is a difficult one. But know that you will be led to those who uplift you, to those willing to give and receive and be a part of and welcome you in without judgment. If people don't treat you right, Cancer signs, let go. Step away. All right, and last but not least, we have Libra. And Libra, another beautiful number, 44. Visions of life beyond death. That's perfect for you. There's a peacock in here, a crow in here, an owl. Libra, you guys know. You guys see a lot of... You guys in your... Okay, let me see how to word this for you. Visions of life beyond death. I don't know if some of you are really connected, involved with what's going on around social media, on the news. Definitely make sure that you are setting a boundary there and not engaging in too much of it, because it can tear you down. But I also think there's part of you, a lot of you, that realize that this is part of the natural process up to the change that we truly want. And you recognize that endings still bring a beginning, that when one door closes, a new door opens, and some of you are being that support and that light for others. And make sure you're doing it for yourself as well. Intuitively, some of you know it's time to make change. There's people you need to let go of. This is not everybody, and this is general, so make sure if you want a reading to book one. Oh my God, and it's a full moon. You see a full moon, and we have eggs. So there's a birth to something new. Don't be afraid. Some of you have been waiting to make this change, or you want to put yourself more out there in the public eye, but you hold yourself back because you're afraid people don't have that same viewpoint as you. What you can do, and what the crow can teach you, / the raven, is that you are the shapeshifter. You can become who it is that you need to be to share the message that you want to share with people, even if they're afraid of it. And I just saw the number 33 too. So look up 33 and 44, Libra. You know what you need to do. Let go of what needs to go, so you can evolve and expand in the ways that you want to, because you know you're worth it. So if we have the full moon here, is to remind us that we are capable of everything and to receive everything that we want if we are willing to let go of what is, so we can have what we want. Let go of the life that you have in order to have the life you want. It's part of the natural process. What can you release? What creative ideas that are you resurrecting right now? I believe that's one of the messages for the peacock, is resurrection. It is. Oh my God. So if any of you are looking for a transformational change, y'all need to leave your email below in the comments so that I can email you some information, because I am doing a transformational life coach, like a group program, and I should just show you guys really quick. As I get these ideas, and I listen to spirit when I get these ideas, hint, hint, make sure you're doing that in your own life. But, so in my journal, it's like this. So you see that? It says Phoenix Rising. And then when you open this page, the resurrection, awakening that power within you guys. You know it's there. You gotta let go of something. Like the tower moment. The tower moment has to happen so you can have the life you want. Do not be afraid. Because right after that, is opportunity. All right. These are all of the full moon messages for the full moon in Aquarius today. I hope you guys have a wonderful one, and I will see you soon.